Who's a fat boy?
Podcast Fat Boy.
Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Welcome to episode 18. 18, guys. Are you 18? Are you an 18-year-old person listening to this? Did the door just open? What was that? Oh, no, just a ghost. My house might be still haunted. Was told that by a landlord, and my door just opened. Of course, I'm in the Charlie Bucket studio. What I was trying to say is, are you 18? Are you listening to episode 18? If you are, buy some porn, buy some lottery tickets, and feel good because it's Friday. It's the third Friday show in a row. I know I keep saying I'm going to get back to Wednesdays, but I just haven't been able to get there. I've had such a busy schedule. There was just no way in hell I was going to be able to do it on Wednesday. I had work, and then I had to go do my taxes, which I'll get to, and then I had therapy, and then I went to my very first 4DX experience. If you don't know what that is, if you're only 18 years old, then I can't tell you, because it's obviously for the older people. No, it's actually for the younger people. 4DX is essentially watching a movie for children with moving seats and hissing air in your face, flashing lights, and smoke machines. So they have these now, and they cost a lot of money. Went and saw Ghost in a Shell, movie that is has a lot of controversy right now because of being accused of whitewashing. I'd also like to accuse it of trying way too hard to win an Oscar for Best Visual Effects. Like, every single thing in that movie had to be, ripping your eyelids off. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. Just cool it down a little bit. And then all the stuff, with Scarlett Johansson playing an Asian person. It's a little trickier than that, but essentially her brain was Asian and her body was robotic Scarlett Johansson. So that movie bombed horribly. Speaking of bombs, I don't know if you are listening to this close to the air date or sometime in the apocalypse, if someone maybe made a tape of it and when you were hoarding through one of the homes looking for survival kits like a video game or food, and you came across a tape and a player, and this came on. Bombs were dropped recently, so the US is starting to piss off Russia in a whole new way, and it looks like they're going to have a little fun, one of those fun wars they like to do where they support another country, one half of a country, or the north of this and the south of that, and not like technically engaging with each other, but because you don't want to do that. You don't want to flex your muscles like that. You don't want Putin and Trump to do arm wrestling at the global arena of life. So you get other countries to do it for you. Chess. They're just playing chess with people. Why the hell? Why would Putin give a shit about Syria and that president? Because he's evil. He's obviously an evil. My God, that guy. So I don't know if I hope to bring you a little bit of relief from jumping home to home if it is the apocalypse when you're hearing this. Stressful week, yeah, for sure. I've had a stressful week because, these Fridays are coming real fast. I'm here in the Charlie Bucket studio, and I went to the store to get some Coke because I wanted to have a rum and Coke on Friday night. It felt right. And I bought a tube of Pringles. I'm not going to lie. They're not the healthiest thing for you. But I never branch out with a new flavor, okay? That's not me. I usually stick to barbecue or just the regular kind. But this time, I really, advertising really works. I chose Buffalo Ranch Pringles, okay? And what caught my eye was it kind of looks like a cowboy is bent over in pain, shitting into a bucket of ranch. That's kind of the first thing I thought of, and I was like, well, at least they're being honest about this experience. If I feel like I've had about half this tube, that's not good. But yeah, they've very bad marketing strategy here for this photo, looking like a cowboy's bent over in agony, and just shitting ranch into a bucket. Buffalo Ranch, test them out. They taste pretty good. They're all right. What else? What else added to my stress this week? The last week we were talking about how I sold my car. No, I didn't sell my car last week on the episode, but the day after we recorded, I sold my car. Wow, guys, it was on the market for 5 days. It is not that good a car, but I had the best person you could ever hope for come to look at it. Someone who immediately tells you they've never had a car before, and they were, I know nothing about this stuff. I think it was his exact words. So, I tried to be as honest as I could with him, but he gave me a deposit, and he's picking it up in a couple weeks, guys. 2 Fridays from now. Maybe I'll record on the way when we're doing the ownership shit. I'm taking him to Service Ontario, making him change over, because I do not want to worry about him driving around with possibly my ownership still in the car's name. So he needs to anyways. He needs license plates. So yeah, 2 weeks. That's pretty exciting. But the stress of it now is that I have it parked in my, in my parking area, and it's been awfully windy today. I don't know if you're in this part of hell. It was beautiful looking out. This morning was snowing, which was very wild, but the wind was pretty nasty here, and we've got an old rickety tree just kind of hanging over the car that I'm selling, and it kind of looks like a tree you would see in A Nightmare Before Christmas. Just no life in it, dry as a bone. Just definitely gonna crack and fall over eventually. And so I had this big worry today. I was like, oh my god, what if a branch falls off, big ass one, and smashes the car and ruins it? And what would I do? What the hell would I do? I have to give him his deposit back. I would have to maybe see if my insurance would cover some of it. I don't know if it would. It would be a fucking nightmare. I would just, so I got really paranoid because it was super windy. But it's okay. I think it's okay. So I'm kind of regretting letting him deposit it. I wish he just gave me everything and took the fucking car right there and then. But, I just was so worried that I wasn't going to be able to sell it. I got another car already here, guys. It's in the, I got 2 cars. This is crazy. So, and 2 weeks from now, that would be, episode 20. Episode 20, I should have only 1 car. Hopefully, okay? Because I'm probably going to stick to Fridays for now, because even next week, I think I am shooting something overnight on Wednesday. I don't like night shoots. That fuck me right up, bye. What can you do though? You gotta put your chips into the pot sometimes and let them cook. It's a life metaphor for you. Figure it out. Oh, did I talk about the apocalypse? Yeah, that's coming. Sold my car. Yeah, so hump day. When you think of hump day, you guys probably feel a little refreshed. I know I've got some friends that they started a group because a lot of them are 9-to-5ers, and they like structure. And it gives you something to look forward to from Monday to Wednesday, and then from Wednesday to Friday you got the weekend to look forward to. So it splits it up. So I understand why they like to do their little friend stuff. I'm happy to be a part of it. But on my Wednesday, I had to go do taxes. Now, I don't know if any of you do taxes out there. I'm an actor, and I pay someone to do my taxes, essentially just to move them around boxes and then file them. And the guy I had this time I'd never had before, wasn't my normal accountant I've had for the last 5-6 years, and I was so fucking pissed because he was taking so long. He was mumbling to himself for like 15-minute periods without talking to me, and constantly shouting through the wall to my actual accountant with questions. I was just very worried. And then, having to owe a little bit more than I thought. Should have really known that I was going to owe that much, but that's fine. I just felt like taking it out on him. I just wanted to look at him and go, "Listen, stupid, this is your fault." Oh God, because if he cost me an extra couple grand or something, because he was all fucked up, he was all flustered, and what the fuck I do? He's a lot like that. He's a baby. He was just a small baby wearing a suit, but I got a discount on it, and he spit up on me. No, he didn't. He was okay. He was fine. It just it really stressed me out because it broke my routine, and then I was running late for fucking therapy. So then I gotta go. I fucking came in there hot. Talking about it. Just be like, I fucking hate this shit. So still working out that stuff. I don't know if any of you other folks are in therapy. I'm not fully in love with it. I kind of like it. I like it better at the end. Like, I always feel better, but there's something about it for me where I'm like, I don't know. I just got to give it some time, I guess. So that was Wednesday. Couldn't do the pod then. Sorry, guys. Another appointment I had this week. I went to a dermatologist. Do you guys have any moles? You want to have checked on your back or your legs or your arms? Your head, maybe? This is if I'm a dermatologist, I would do my own commercials. Moles on your arms, your legs, even your head. I'll check them all. Am I a Jewish dermatologist? I don't think that's a thing. Anyway, I went because I was concerned about specifically one mole on my back that I can't see. Just been told, maybe get it checked. And he seemed okay with it. He was like, yeah, it's something to monitor. It's nothing that you gotta, break a sweat over, cut it off and send it somewhere. We're not there yet. But yeah, it's like I'm going to have to juice it up real nice with lotion. And when I go to Maui next month, whoa, Maui's coming, guys. I'm getting real excited about the Maui trip and how I will be recording 2 episodes from Hawaii. That'll be pretty exciting. So yeah, anyways, went to the dermatologist. Everything seemed fine. I do not have a lot of moles to begin with. Okay, I hope I'm not grossing you out with the word mole. It's not a very nice one. But you gotta check that shit, especially when you're as frail as as frail. No, I'm pale. I'm pale, motherfucker. I don't know if I'm as frail as I am pale. I'm definitely fucking pale. I reflect light back into space. I could probably lift up my shirt and do Morse code with aliens. That one's for all the dads out there. Morse code with aliens. So why am I not doing stand-up again? Sorry, that's my rum and coke, guys. Are you having a rum and coke? Let me hear you clink your glasses to the speaker. If you could clink the glass of the beverage you're drinking to the speaker for Uncle Matt. Ooh, wow, that sounds refreshing. Oh, Jesus, sorry. It's just, being in the Charlie Bucket studio, it gets you all amped up. Yeah, everything's good there. Guys, you're probably waiting. You're probably like, oh my God, can he just talk about some fitness and shit? Because it's supposed to be a fitness podcast. How was he a trainer? I don't believe it. Like, yeah, I was, but not long or anything. Not long, but my clients like me though. So exercise wise, played my last hockey game till the fall. Okay, so now my exercise is in jeopardy, and I've been getting a good cardio workout once a week. Feels like it, it sustains me for the week. Still haven't hit that gym yet. Bought the 3-month pass. It expires next week. I've only gone once. So thank God it only cost $40 because, whoa, if I was still paying like $40 a month or $60 a month, that'd just be real stupid. So, yeah, it's a bit of a hit, but I'm taking a lot of financial hits right now. I'm paying for so much shit. It's crazy. That's April for you though, right? Because you got to pay daddy. Government's name is daddy. You got to pay daddy or he gets upset. And he smacks you. He smacks you over and over again and puts you on the streets. So, got to pay him. But I think now I do have to start exercising at the gym. I have to maybe get my bike all greased up and start having a pedal. Round and round we go. Because I do like doing that. I do hate treadmills. I hate doing cardio, running like a hamster on a wheel. It makes me feel very weird and anxious, and I hate the feeling when you get off and like the world's still moving. So yeah, that's not enjoyable for me. So yeah, I just gotta figure out how I'm going to exercise from here to fall. And hopefully if it is just like if I get into a gym routine again, because you get the buzz, you get a buzz from it, if you go enough. So I will see if I can maintain that, and then maybe I'll continue on when I'm playing hockey again in the fall. There's a big game on right now as record. It's Tampa Bay versus Montreal. Speaking of hockey, and I need Tampa to lose. Please, stupid Habs, beat them. You stupid Habs, beat them. Okay? Just give me a little bit of relief. Okay? So, a couple of health things in the news. We're moving on to the health segment right now of what's cooking in the news. What's caught my eye? What is something, it's always something that I think deep down it terrifies me. One thing that really terrifies me is the possibility of getting a major like motor neuron neurological disease like ALS. That's just a really scary thing. I can't believe that it's been 3 years since all that ice bucket stuff, and it's kind of the last we've heard of it. But it's a very rare disease, but they're saying now, I read an article on CTV News, and they're saying that it can be linked to electromagnetic fields, and people that are connected or like work with electromagnetic fields are like pilots and welders and people who like install electrical lines and shit like that. So they're starting to apparently see some correlation with that, with people who work in those fields. More of them get ALS than people in other fields that don't have electromagnetic field. So I'm saying field a lot. Really, I should just be saying it for the one thing. Shit. But yeah, like sometimes I just need to read some stats about it so that I don't feel as afraid about getting it, because like the narcissist in me is just waiting for it. But I'm not a narcissist. Maybe a little, only on days that I'm a why. Sorry guys, that's the rum talking. Maybe that might be the rum. I'm just trying to get ready for going to a tropical place. I'm gonna be drinking rum and eating banana bread. I love me some banana bread. It's a very rare disease. I mean, there's 2 new cases per 100,000 people every year. and it's typically among people between 55 and 65. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better because I am not at that age yet, but someone, that in the comedy community got ALS. She was probably in her mid 40s or something like that. And she recently just passed away from it. And it's like, oh, fuck. God damn, it sucks. But what can you do, man? There's so much other shit. You can't, I can get into these modes where I start to worry about certain ailments and illnesses and, going to the dermatologist. Do I have skin cancer? Oh, God, it's just like, what can you do? There's so much shit. You just got to fucking try and live, man. You're walking on broken glass. You just want to, take a shard, but don't clip an artery. That's all you want in life. Just, take a shard, take a shard. You know what that is, guys? It's probably going to be an episode title. Getting a lot of positive feedback. People like the stuff that is going on with it. It's, you don't know what to expect one week to the next. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the one medication that I do use sometimes. And that's Advil and Tylenol and shit like that. And I'm reading an article in the Toronto Star. That's Canada's newspaper, people. That's, sorry, but it is, okay? I just was reading something about that. A health reporter named Megan Ogilvy actually reported on it. And just saying how there's a lot of risks with it. And some people who take ibuprofen, it really increases the risk of having cardiac arrest. Can you imagine? Holy fuck. Taking an Advil and like dying. That just makes you think of Heath Ledge, He it's just it's been almost 10 years since he accidentally overdosed. So yeah, it's something that, essentially what the article's saying is that know if you are at risk for certain things. If you have kidney disease or liver disease and stuff like that, then you should not be taking this shit at all. Which is, if you go back to episode 7, Sodium Buzz, talking to my dad, he talks about his kidney disease, and yeah, he definitely does not take any of these drugs. He doesn't take any of this shit. It makes your liver work too hard. And so, are you someone that takes it for when you have cramps or muscle pain or a headache when you're hungover? Because sometimes that's when I take it. If you had to guess, when do I take Advil? You'd probably say, probably for that hangover, Matt. Next day, you're probably drinking Gatorade and having a couple Advil. Sometimes I have to, but not very rare. I very rarely get headaches or anything like that. It's just, any kind of medication comes with risks, and you don't think about them. A lot of people do a lot of heavy drugs and stuff like that and don't think about them either. So, it's just how it goes. If it mellows you out, if it takes a little bit of, of the I don't know, the struggle out of your day, if you're hurting, actually physically hurting, then fuck, you got to do it. Why live in pain? Why do it, guys? Why do it? So I guess we'll end off this episode, guys. I've had a lot of questions from fans, a lot of fan questions on the pod. I get tweets, I get emails. Somehow someone found where I live. They've left letters, roses, homunculus, daffodils. And one came from a woman who lives in Mount Albert, which is, I believe it's north of Toronto. Her name's Paige. And she said, "Hey, Matt, huge fan of the show. Can't have my morning coffee without it." Oh, that's very nice, Paige. Thank you. I just have one question. I have a very itchy back. And after I have a hot shower, if I don't lotion up, I get a real itchy back through the day, and I have to use a fork from the lunchroom at work to scratch my back. And someone caught me doing it, and boy, was I embarrassed. Made for a real funny story on the way home on the GO train. Interesting way of writing, Paige. And her question is, what do you recommend lotion-wise for an itchy back? Thanks, Paige. Thanks for your question. Lotion-wise, I prefer mint. I'm a mint fan of lotion, and you can get these great wands on Amazon or at your local health food store that can essentially reach parts of your back that you know if you don't want your partner or a friend to do it. It's we don't live in those times anymore where you can just lube each other up. So, I recommend getting one of those. I have one that has kind of a spongy top on it. And, get some mint, get some nice, natural mint lotion, something that's organic and not going to clog your shit up or put poisons in your body. So, mint is good. And I always feel nice and fresh after I do that. And the other question I have is from Dan from Ancaster, and he has in quotations, self-conscious vegan. Oh, okay. I've met many of those in my time. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm an Italian-Canadian living in Ancaster. I don't know where Ancaster is. I think it's somewhere near Hamilton. And he's saying that my girlfriend doesn't think I'm manly because I just eat tofu and vegetables. Is there any way I could improve that? Now, Dan, if she thinks that you're less of a man because you're not eating red meat, you just need to talk that out, because there's more to feeling confident than eating another animal, another living, breathing creature. It seems like you're a little hesitant, like you might go back to eating meat because of it. I don't want that to happen. Here's what you can do, though. There's all kinds of fun little fake meats that you can really jazz up. You can buy fake steaks, like tofu steaks or tempeh steaks, and just get a little balsamic vinaigrette and a paintbrush, and I want you to paint on those steaks nice lines to make it look like grill marks, and that should fool her to think that you're actually eating red meat. If it's such a thing for her, then I'm assuming your partner's a female. If not, your husband or boyfriend, that should get them to lay off, and I think at the same time make you feel a little more confident too, since you're having this issue. So thanks for your written on a tea-stained computer paper, printed out in a nice handwriting font. That's very nice. It smells like Earl Grey. Thank you for that letter. I'm gonna put it in my little drawer here full of fan art. So this has been an insightful one. We're at episode 18, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do for the 20th. I'll probably have everybody over, all the fans of the show. I might rent out the Sky Dome. I'm not quite sure yet, but it will be huge because 20, it's a whole other ting. It's a whole other ting. Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully everything keeps a rockin' in my world and yours. All right, bye.